Hey everyone in the self-healing revolution, Suzanne Taylor here, and I am coming live at a very weird time. It's 9 o'clock at night. I have been working all day today. I had 3 amazing client appointments, 2 connections with amazing people that I custom blend oils for, and oh, let me turn my phone off. And let me just invite a couple people because this is not only a message that I needed to hear, it's a message that a couple other people in my life really needed to hear recently, maybe even this whole summer. It's been a whole weird retrograde, emotional thing, awareness, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, thing happening this summer, and a lot of people have been struggling with their healing, maybe feeling overwhelmed. That's why I titled this video Overwhelmed, and why I'm not gonna, after this video, I'm not using that term anymore. And if you hear it come out of my mouth, you have permission to slap me upside the head, because I'm about sick of that feeling. And I've kind of come up with some positive psychology, some holistic healing ideas for you to feel less overwhelmed, because whatever I'm dealing with, whatever is happening in my life, that's what I pass on to you. I haven't been blogging all summer. I haven't really been posting on social media because I have a pretty full client schedule. And coming to you live, I think, is better than reading a blog post. So hold on one second. I'm going to invite a couple people that I know would love to hear this message. And some of them aren't around right now at this time of the day. I have some friends who are in New Zealand. I have Kat in California. I have my friend Shelly, who's probably working, and numerous other people who aren't really online at this time of day. If you are joining me live, say hello in the comments. Hi, Kat. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And there's my new office background. If you didn't catch my last video, I and my husband built some new shelves for me, and they're all decorated and lit up, and I'm very excited. So today, I want to talk about the overwhelm. And I made notes. I rarely make notes for my Facebook Live, but this is so important, so important. Awesome, lovely in California, looks good. Thank you. You look good too. And I'm glad you're out of fire danger out there in California. So I rarely make notes, but because overwhelm has been so prevalent in my life this summer, stemming from my decision to not do full-time summer camp for my son. And again, hey, Amy, what's up? Thanks for joining live. I'm talking overwhelm tonight. My husband and son are not home. I decided to come live a little bit later than normal. So I want to share that all summer, because of my decision to not put my son in camp full-time, to only do part-time, I had to cut back my work schedule. So what that meant was less social media time, less watching TV time, just focusing on the client work that needed to be done. I couldn't spend 2 hours checking emails and getting sidetracked down the rabbit hole online. I had to do my stuff and get off. So that overwhelmed feeling wasn't as prevalent this summer. And I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be frazzled. I thought I was going to be really stressed, having less time to work. But here's what I found out. And hey, Sue, thanks for joining. Haven't seen you. We need to make time to have a chat in person, because we have way too much in common to not be connected in person Thanks for joining me live. So I want to talk about that feeling of overwhelm and where I thought I was going to be and where I have been health-wise a little overwhelmed with things to do for my own personal healing. So the universe typically works in this order, right? It only gives you what you can handle. And I hate the glare on my glasses, and I'm really sorry, but I can't read without them. And I want to make sure I hit all these topics for you guys. So the universe only gives us what we can handle, right? Well, you know what? I'm here to say I've handled enough. And let me have a 1 in the comments if you're ready to say, okay, I've handled enough. I don't want to handle anything more. I want to thrive. Give me a 1 in the comments if that's where you're at. And yes, I see, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up. That's awesome. I know I'm on the right track. So sometimes we feel like there's so much to do, and I'm getting goosebumps on my arms, so I know I'm on the right track. I know I'm speaking to so many women out there, right? We feel, I know, Amy, apparently I can handle a lot too. And just because we can doesn't mean we have to. Yes, Kat, I know you've handled a shit ton in the last year. Cancer, surgery, health scares, needing to lose the same weight over again. Yes, hello, been there too. But what I want to say, when you feel like there's so much to do, when you feel like that to-do list is so massive and so long that you just can't start to take the first steps, whether it's healthy eating, whether it's exercising, whether it's just freaking taking your vitamins, girl, just do it in the morning. This is what I say. This is my self-talk in my head. I get up in the morning and I'm rushing around, get my son out the door, get me out the door, right? And I forget to take my vitamins. I get out to my car and you know what? Turn around, go back in the house and take my vitamins. Because you know what? I made a promise to myself. I don't break promises to myself anymore. Take your vitamins every day because you know you feel better. Get out of the car. Go. No more excuses, right? Just go do it. So I went back to a book I read a long, long time ago called Getting Things Done. And that book, I forget the guy who wrote its name. Hold on, let me look it up. I should have that ready for you. Getting Things Done. And I'll share the link in the comments. And I'm going to share some notes about that book that I made in my journal because here's what it teaches you. It teaches you how to make to-do lists, how to get all of the stuff you have to do out of your brain and into organized, numerous to-do lists, whether it's home, business, kid, husband, finances, health reasons, vitamins, whatever it is. And he teaches you that life is in these 5 areas. And you know, these 5 areas, and if you expand it, 13 areas of life are the principles I coach people on. So it really resonated with me, this book. And he teaches you how to make these to-do lists. And I used to do it. And I got away from doing it because I was too busy, right, to write stuff down. Well, there's apps for his methodology too. So you can do it on technology or you can do it on paper. Buy a pretty notebook, keep it on paper, get one of the apps. The app that is amazing for it, I'm going to tell you the name of it right now because I just downloaded it. Again, it is called, hold on a second. It's called Things with a check mark. So go to the App Store, download that app. There's a free version, there's a $2.99 version. I'll share the link in the comments later too. So I want you, if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, with your health, with your wellness, with your life, with your finances, give me a 2 in the comments. If something is overwhelming you right now, and if you're on the replay, hit push, type in replay number 2. That way I know that I'm on the right track with this school of thought, with the content that I'm going to be providing you this week. I'm going to come live almost every day this week and talk about this overwhelm and how we can get out of it and how we can start feeling better, healthier, stronger, faster. If you're feeling overwhelmed in any area of your life, health, wellness, finances, sleep, vitamins, how about sex? Has it been a long time and you're feeling a little overwhelmed finding somebody to have quality sex with besides yourself? Put a 2 in the comments. And I know, I normally don't talk like this, but you know what? This is the real me. This is what you get. Put a 2 in the comments if you're feeling overwhelmed. The best place to start when you're feeling overwhelmed is a deep breath. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath with me. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you do this, remind yourself that the universe works in perfect order. Therefore, everything that needs to get done gets done. Have you ever noticed that? Give me a 3 in the comments if you've noticed that. Or just say, hell yeah, I've totally noticed that. I stress and stress and stress about getting things done. And the universe allows me enough time to get things done. That's one of my favorite affirmations that I created for myself. I have more than enough time to get everything I need done today. That's why I'm still sitting at my desk at 9:20. Nobody's home tonight. I took that extra time to get stuff done. And part of that was making these notes for you guys. Okay, so now there's certain details that you have no control over. The universe, with its organizing willpower, typically orchestrates the right outcome. So when stress starts to come up or a negative event starts to happen for you, breathe through these uncomfortable thoughts. Put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Do some alternate nostril breathing. Shut down that parasympathetic nervous system. Tongue to the roof of your mouth. Relax your body. And take 2 or 3 breaths through the right nostril and 2 or 3 breaths through the left. And shut down fight or flight. Now, there's some oils I can recommend that help with that, yes. But breathing through those overwhelming thoughts and realizing that even if something negative happens, there will be a positive outcome or something positive on the other side. Every negative event in my life, and I was recently on an amazing podcast that hasn't aired yet, and it won't air for a couple months, with Joanna Kleinman and Emily Golden. And they asked me a really provocative question about being resilient and about the hardships in my life. And I can honestly say that through all the difficulty, even the difficulty I'm having right now with chronic pain and dealing with getting back to the gym in a different way, I have a positive outlook on those negative things that have happened. So if there's something negative that you're dealing with or dealt with in the past, and you're having trouble reframing it, share it in the comments. And I promise, if I can't help you come up with a positive twist on it, somebody else in this amazing group can. All right, so after you're breathing, after you're calming down that parasympathetic nervous system, make a list of everything you need to do. Note what needs to be done first, and then put a circle next to the things that possibly somebody else could do for you or with you. So often as women, we feel that we are the only ones who can do it. We are the only ones who will do it right. We are the only ones who will do it correctly. I do the laundry because I like the way I fold it. Well, screw that. My husband likes to do laundry. He folds things differently than I do. They're not wrinkled, they're put away. I don't care how my shirts are folded anymore. Let it go. Let it go and allow someone else to help you. There's times in your life where breathing, exhaling that control, and asking for help from your friends or your family members is what you need to do. Sometimes it's asking a professional. Sometimes it's going to therapy. Sometimes it's going to a doctor. Sometimes it's asking your coach or your mentor. Okay, now I want to list, you got all the things you have to do or you want to do or you need to do. How about the things that you would like to do? When is the last time you felt overwhelmed because you had so many fun things to do? So many things that were going to bring you joy in one day that you couldn't pick one. When's the last time? Let me know if you can remember the last time when you had trouble or you felt overwhelmed because you had so many fun things to do you couldn't decide. That's the space I want to be in every day. I want to take a breath and breathe into the things I love, the things I want to do, the things that make me feel alive. And by taking those calming breaths every day and allowing me to focus, letting me feel free to focus on my priorities has helped with that. There's some herbal tea that I've been drinking lately, and limiting caffeine has been helping me increase that breathing. I was noticing for a long time last year through my neck injury, my recent shoulder injury, I was noticing when I was in pain, I was holding my breath. When I was holding my breath, my shoulders were here. And it was tense, right? What does it feel like when we're in pain or we're uncomfortable or you're bloated? What does it feel like? It feels tense, right? It feels, your teeth clench, your hands clench, your back tenses, your stomach tenses. There's a reason why stressed out people look older. It's from being tense. Right? Subconsciously, those muscles are tensing when you're stressed. Breathing into those best intentions and those joyful plans and letting the rest go with an exhale. Keeping yourself centered with your breathing helps you through life's challenges. So instead of holding your breath, breathing through life's challenges. So tonight, since it's late, it's almost 9:30, I want to challenge all of you who are listening or who catch the replay to remember that the universe is not picking on you with the overwhelm. It's not picking on you with all of the things that you have to do. We all have things to do. We have things that we have to do. We have things that we want to do. But I'm asking you to not have things that you think you should do. Those are the things that cause stress. Those are the things that make us feel tense and nervous and anxious. So tonight, when you lay down, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, keep your mouth closed, and do some really deep breathing. Let go of that to-do list. Let go of the things that today you did not accomplish. And instead, say thank you for all that you did accomplish. I have a to-do list on my desk a mile long, so long that I could cry thinking about it, that I could get tense, I could get sick, I could get overwhelmed, and I could wonder how, dear Lord, am I ever going to get that done? But what really matters, instead of that feeling, is an 8-hour night's sleep, another glass of water that's sitting right here next to me, and a giant hug from my 2 men when they get home tonight, and me saying, I got a shit ton done today, and I am psyched for the year ahead. And it just so happens that when I went back to the gym today, it's been 3 months since a workout for me, which, other than some light stretching and my physical therapy for my broken shoulder, 3 months since I did real cardio, 3 months since I was on a leg press machine. And let me tell you how sore my butt is right now. And I am so thankful for that. Working out is in my blood. It's in my core. I love it. I thrive on it. And it's going to be more difficult this time to get back in shape. It's going to be longer this time than 10 years ago, 8 years ago, when I had 10 pounds to lose and lots of body fat to get rid of. But I am being kind this time and not judging my body and not wishing for it to be faster, not wishing for my lucky jeans to fit right now, because this journey of getting back into shape is going to be different this time. Because it's going to take longer, I'm going to appreciate it differently. And maybe, just maybe, not ever have to deal with it again. And I certainly won't be trying to hop curbs on my mountain bike again. Thinking you can do something that you always have done before and getting the slap in the shoulder that says, you're not 25 anymore. Maybe it's time to stop hopping curbs on your mountain bike. Luckily, I didn't break my arm. Luckily, I just dislocated my shoulder and my collarbone. And it was just some rehab and physical therapy. But it was a huge wake-up call for me to adjust the way I'm doing things. To not have expectations that I'm 25. To not have expectations that I can do the things I used to do when I was 25. I'm probably stronger now, strength-wise, than I was at 25. And if I let that list of workouts to come, body fat to lose, food that I have to prepare to eat differently, if I let that list overwhelm me, am I going to be successful actually doing it? Probably not. So officially, the word overwhelm and overwhelmed and busy and swamped even, I'm taking that one out too. All out of my vocabulary and all out of my mindset from this day forward. And if you're willing to do that, I would love you to say it in the comments. Say it out loud that you're ready to ditch the overwhelm, to ditch the feelings of have to and I should, and embrace a little bit more joy in your life, even if you have 25 pounds to lose. Hell, even if you have 50 or 100 pounds to lose, even if you have cottage cheese on your thighs, even if your stomach is a little bigger than you want it to be, let's just live healthy every day, one day at a time, without the overwhelm of worrying about the end result. Because the end result is not the end result. We want to live that way forever. We don't want to have to lose this 20 pounds again, or 25, or 5. Like, let's just lose it. Let's just live a healthy lifestyle and you will lose it. Let's not worry about losing it. Let's just eat and exercise to nourish ourselves. How you feel called to eat. Do you feel called to juice? Do you feel called to be a vegetarian? I have felt the calling to ditch meat for years and I haven't done it. And I spoke with one of my friends today who said the same thing. She hasn't done it. Why? Well, maybe because we have kids and a husband and they want to eat meat. Now you got to get your protein, blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. If you want a bowl of ice cream, there's a way we can figure out for that to happen. Not every day, but let's eat to nourish our bodies and not worry about the end result. Because seriously, the only end result we need to worry about is living our happiest, most purposeful, most joyful life. All right, rant over. I'm going to go get a bubble bath and drink another glass of water, maybe have a cup of chamomile tea, and head off to bed before my boys get home with a good book. So if you're ready to ditch the overwhelm, don't forget to put it in the comments. I'm ready to not say that anymore. You can just put ditch the overwhelm in the comments. All right, guys, if you have any questions on anything I talked about tonight, post it here in the group. If you're struggling with anything with your health and you have questions for me, I have an amazing new kind of resource for you guys. I am going to have an app where you can have unlimited questions and answers for me, like a walkie-talkie system. If that's something you might be interested in, let me know in the comments. It's very inexpensive, full of value, and you'll have a person to turn to on a daily basis for your health questions, your food questions, your exercise questions. It's kind of like having me in your pocket, which is kind of cool. All right, guys, have a great night. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for all the comments. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I can't wait to support you more on your healthy living, self-healing journey. Aw, thanks, Amy. The summer has been a little crazy, but if you're ready, ditch the crazy, ditch the overwhelm, and step into it. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Bye, guys.